Hello, good morning everybody. It's Wednesday the 22nd of April 2020, time for our daily phonics. So the first thing I need you to do is to get yourself 4 separate sections on your page or on your whiteboard, just like I've done here. I've just got one vertical line down the centre and one horizontal line through the centre, so I end up with 4 sections. It doesn't have to be neat. You can use a ruler if you have one, or just any way that you can divide your page into 4 separate sections is fine. Press pause and get that ready, and then press play again when you're ready to carry on. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do with those 4 separate sections is we're going to be reading some words that we've already built this week so far that each have different spellings of that j sound that we're working on this week. Remember, what sound are we working on again? We're working on that's right, we're working on the j sound. So we've got different spellings of the j sound that we've learnt so far. So no new words today. We're just going to try and sort some of the ones that we've already built together. So for example, the first word that we're going to think about is this word. Now after 3, the word is 1, 2, 3, jam. Okay? Now in the word jam, of course, we have a j spelling, and the letter that we're using to spell that j sound is of course that J at the beginning, isn't it? So that's going to be our first section. So we say the sound as we write it in our first section. That's J, the J spelling of J. And I'm going to write that word in using the sounds to write the word and using the sounds to read it. J, A, M. J, A, M, jam. Okay, so your turn. Say the sounds to write the word, say the sounds to read the word. And when you've done that, the next word will be here ready to read to see if there's a different j spelling or the same one again. Okay, and when we're ready, we're back. And the next word after 3 is 1, 2, 3, badge. Good. Now there's another j spelling. There's a j sound in that word, of course, but badge. Now which letters are being used to spell the j sound in badge? Because that's going to help us with our next section. So of course it's those 3 letters at the end, isn't it? D, G, E to spell the j sound. Good. And once again, I'm just going to write the sounds and say the sounds as I write them. B, A, J. B, A, J. Badge. Now we noticed yesterday, didn't we, that the spelling, the DGE spelling of J, often comes at the end of a word with a short vowel sound immediately before it. So the short vowel sound A in B-A-J, badge, comes before the 3-letter spelling of j. So I'm just going to make sure I've underlined my j spelling so far in the words. Ready for a new word. Okay, the next one is... Now we've built these together yesterday and the day before, so we're just remembering them now. After 3, the word is 1, 2, 3, gem. Good. And again, we need to think about whether that spelling of j in this word fits into one of those sections so far. It doesn't, of course. It's the G spelling of j this time. So we need a new section, a 3rd heading, and we build the word into that section. J, E, M. J, E, M, gem. And we just highlight that j spelling, as in G spelling of j, excuse me. Okay, next word. When you're ready to read it, after 3, the word is 1, 2, 3, jolly. Where is the spelling of j in the word jolly? What letter? It's the J, so of course it goes in the section with jam, and we build the word. J, O, U, E. Jolly. Notice how I build the word every time, saying all of the sounds and then saying all of the sounds again to read it. J, O, U, E, jolly, just to check that I haven't missed any sounds and it makes sense. Okay, another one. After 3, the word is 1, 2, 3, fridge. Now again, your turn. Where are the letters that are being used to spell the J sound in fridge, and therefore where does fridge need to be written? Up to you. I'm going to write it here. Fridge. Fridge. The next word that we're going to sort, according to its spelling of J, is after 3. The word is 1, 2, 3. Gym. So I'll give you some time. Over to you. Remember to say the sounds and write the word. Say the sounds to read the word. Where is that going to be written? Here. J, I, M. J, I, M. Gym. Okay. The next word is after 3. 1, 2, 3. Large. So, can we write it anywhere here, or do we need to label a new heading with a 4th spelling of the J sound? Over to you. I'm going to use that GE spelling of J at the end of the word there, and it's a new spelling. GE spelling of J at the end of the word large. So L-R-J. L-R-J. Large. And of course we remember from yesterday that what makes the difference between whether you use the GE spelling or the DGE spelling at the end of words is just whether it's a short or a long vowel sound. So in the word badge and in the word fridge, we have short vowel sounds a and I, whereas in the word large, we have the long vowel sound r. A, I, r. The longer vowel sound means that usually we use that GE spelling instead of the DGE spelling. Okay, a few more. Let's try this one. Let's go with... Okay, so after 3, the word is 1, 2, 3. Genie. So over to you. Where should we write genie? I think here. So you've got that G on its own spelling of J. J. E. N. E. J. E. N. E. Genie. Okay. Let's go a little bit quicker now. After 3, the word is 1, 2, 3. Hedge. Over to you. Say the sounds and write hedge where it needs to be, according to that J spelling. Of course it's there, isn't it? D-G-E. And we write H, E, J. Read it to check. H, E, J. Hedge. And we have this person. After 3, the word is 1, 2, 3. Jack. Where is Jack going to go? Over to you. It's that J on its own spelling of Jack. Capital J for Jack. J, A, K. J, A, K. Jack. Who does Jack go up the hill with? He goes up the hill with 1, 2, 3. Jill. Over to you. Where will we write Jill? Of course, it's that J on its own spelling of J again, and we have the capital letter for Jill, for the name. J-I-L, Jill. Okay. After 3, the word is 1, 2, 3. Merge, to come together, to merge. Over to you, where will we write merge? What spelling can you see? It's that G-E spelling again, isn't it? At the end of a word with a long vowel sound. So we have merge, merge. Brilliant. After 3, the word is 1, 2, 3. Nudge. Over to you. Where will we write it? Again, it's the D-G-E spelling at the end. N-A-J. Nudge. Nudge. Good, good, good. Last one now. Okay, the word is 1, 2, 3. Sledge. Where will we write sledge according to the J spelling? Certainly, just up here. Again with that D-G-E spelling at the end. Sledge. 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 Again with that short vowel sound before the J sound on the end of the word. Okay. What I'd like you to do, whilst I get ready for the next job, I want you to read the sounds in each word and read the word out loud to yourself, and then get your board rubbed out or get yourself a new section to work with for the next job, okay? So, J, A, M, jam, and so on. All of the words. Off you go. Need to hear the sounds. Okay. Next job. We are moving on now. Before Easter, we were working on building words with different spellings of this sound, which is, of course, what sound? The R sound. So we know this spelling of the R sound, but of course we found some more. So what I'd like you to do today is, as we've done before, I've got a story here. It's called Arthur's Broken Arm. So I'm going to hold it up in a second to the screen, just like this, to give you a chance to read it. And you can press pause to make sure that you can see it for as long as you need to see it for. Okay, so we don't move on too quickly. And what I want you to do is, as you read through, as soon as you spot a word that has an R spelling in it, I just want you to say the sounds and write the word on your whiteboard or on your piece of paper, okay? So the title is Arthur's Broken Arm. Now, if I read that title, I would know straight away that there are 2 words where I've used the R spelling. Okay, so I would read it like this. Arthur's, there's an R spelling. Broken arm, another R spelling. And I would write those 2 words on my whiteboard, and I would use the sounds to do it. So I would write R, or Arthur's, as it says there, and I would write arm, R, and I would underline the 2 spellings of the R sound in those words. So by the end, of your reading, you should have a list on your page of all of the different words that have a spelling of the word are, and then we'll check that we have all of them together afterwards, okay? So as soon as you see the piece of writing, pause your screen so that you can see it there for as long as you need it for. I won't hold it there for very long, just to give you enough time to pause and to hold it, and then I'll carry on. So if it goes ahead too quickly and you think, goodness me, that was a short time to read, just go back a little bit and pause it on the part where you see all of the text, okay? To give yourself enough time to read through, to spot those words with the R spelling, and to say the sounds to write them down. Okay, so here comes the story, and then we'll check again afterwards all together. So just get it into place, and in your own time, you can start to read down to the bottom from the top. So we start at the top with the title. Arthur's broken arm. Off you go. Okay, so hopefully you had enough time there by pausing. If you didn't quite get to finish reading it, don't worry, just go back to where you could see the writing on the screen again and just press pause, and hopefully you can then spend as much time as you need to spot all of those words. So let's see what we got. Let's see if you managed to spot all of those words with the R spelling. Okay, so the first two we had obviously in the title. We had Arthur. His name, Arthur. Arthur, Arthur. And we had arm. 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 Okay, so the first paragraph says, crash, bang. Arthur came off his bike at top speed. And we have Arthur again. Now you might have decided not to write it again, that's fine. And if you did, you'll have it a second time in your list. Arthur, Arthur. No other words with an R spelling in that first sentence. Leaves flew everywhere. Mum, Mum, my arm. There's another R. R. I can't move it. So we have the word can't. K. R. T. And of course in the word can't, it's just the A on its own spelling of R. K. R. T. Same sound, different spelling. I can't move it, shouted Arthur. Arthur. Look! Try to stay calm, called Mum. Calm. K. R. We have the A-L spelling of R there. K. R. Calm. Try to stay calm, called Mum. Did you fall on it? Yes, I tried to stop myself from falling, cried Arthur. There's Arthur again. R. Now don't worry if you haven't written the word Arthur lots of times, that's fine. If you've realised that you've got it once and you didn't need to write it again, that's fine. Cried Arthur. Mum called to Arthur's father. Father. And it's the A on its own spelling of R again. Come quickly, I think Arthur has broken his arm. Try to stay calm, Arthur, said Dad. We will take you to see the doctor. Okay. Now, we'll carry on with the rest of that story tomorrow. Don't worry about Arthur, because he does get better in the end. So don't worry too much. I hope that was just a little bit of an exercise in reading and spotting those different spellings of the R sound, and we'll carry on tomorrow. So of course we had A-R, spelling of R, in Arthur and arm. We had the A on its own spelling in the word can't, k-aren't, and we had the A-L spelling in calm. Okay, So, last job for today. We are going to get a new piece of paper, or get our whiteboards clean again. And we're going to have a little bit of a spelling quiz with some sentence work, okay? Using different spellings again of the oo sound that we worked on a few weeks ago now. So we've heard all about Prue in the zoo being fed prune soup and fruit and juice with a spoon. So we've got lots of oo sounds in words. We're going to carry on thinking about Prue in the zoo for the next sentence, okay? So listen to me say it a couple of times first, join in when you've got the flow of the sentence, and then see if we can remember it and write it word by word and check those spellings. Okay, so the sentence is this. By June, it was true to say Prue was in the mood to move home. Again, one more time. By June, it was true to say Prue was in the mood to move home. Okay, try to join in this time. By June, it was true to say Prue was in the mood to move home. And your turn. Okay, so we're going to build it one word at a time like we do every day, and I want you to try to spell the next word in the sentence, okay? Every time, pause and then try to spell it, and then press play again and see if it matches with what I've got, just to quiz yourself, okay? Just to see what you've remembered. So the first two words, by June. By June. So pause now, give it a go. By June, the month of June. So it's a capital J, oo, n. J, oo, n. And it's that U spelling of oo, isn't it, in June? So by June, it was. It. U, O, Z. By June, it was true. T, R, oo. T, R, oo. U-E spelling of oo in true. So I hope what you're doing is every time we say a new word, to remember the next word, you're pausing the video, you're giving it a go, trying to spell it using the sounds to build the word, and then you're just checking. And if you need to change anything, for example, if you had written true like this, t, r, oo, and you got the wrong spelling of the oo sound, that's fine, because when we come back again and I press play and I show you, you can see that what we've actually got is the UE spelling. So you can just cross it out or rub it out and just put the right one in, okay? By June, it was true to. T, oo. By June, it was true to say. S, a. S, a, say. By June, it was true to say Prue, capital P, R, oo. Prue. By June, it was true to say Prue was. U, R, Z, was. By June, it was true to say Prue was in the the. By June, it was true to say Prue was in the mood. D. By June, it was true to say Prue was in the mood to move. T, oo, to, move, oo, v, oo, v. By June, it was true to say Prue was in the mood to move home. O, O, stop mark. Okay, so let's just check that we've got all of those spellings the same and we've underlined the different spellings of the oo sound. By June, U on its own spelling of oo in June. It was true, UE spelling of oo in true. To, the O on its own spelling of oo. Say, Prue, the U spelling again. Was in the mood, that's that double O spelling that we're familiar with. In mood, to, O on its own. Move, O on its own spelling. And there we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different spellings, all the same sound. June, true, to, Prue, mood, to, move. Same sound. And you've got your stop mark on the end. You've got your capital letter for the start of the sentence, and for the name of the month of June, and for the name of Prue, the animal. Okay? So more tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe.